Welcome back to our daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Today is Friday, February 7th, and we have got 7 games today in the National Basketball Association, headlined by the Philadelphia 76ers going on the road to Detroit, Michigan to take on the Detroit Pistons. I guess that's the biggest game today. I mean, the Thunder are playing, but they're hosting the Toronto Raptors. I don't know. Can we get to Monday? Because, hey, Luka Doncic, guys, makes his Laker debut Monday, and I will be in attendance. Can't wait. I might vlog it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if you guys want to see that. I might do it, though. I'm thinking about it. Anyways, we've got 7 games today here in the NBA. And before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Make sure to go check out our college basketball best bets. That was posted a couple hours before this video. And if we get 110 likes on our college basketball 5 best bets for today, we're going to do 10 best bets for tomorrow's action on obviously Saturday for college basketball. And also make sure to go check out our UFC 312 predictions. In the main event tomorrow night, Dricus du Plessis takes on Sean Strickland in the rematch, again, for the middleweight championship in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Also co-main event, Tatiana Suarez challenging for the strawweight belt against Zhang Weili. So yeah, on it to our NBA predictions. Let's move on to our first game. Again, the games today, I'll be honest with you, there's some just straight blowout potential games. The slate's not the best, but Spurs Hornet starts us off. Give me the Spurs. San Antonio's coming off the win a couple nights ago against the Hawks. Now, I see you guys, I see some comments clowning my Hawks picks every game. I get it. I understand. I take the Hawks quite a bit. But hell, guys, the teams I pick a lot, you know, Pacers, a big road win yesterday against the Los Angeles Clippers. Lakers, huge win at home against the Warriors. They end up covering as well. I mean, guys, the teams I pick a lot, they do tend to win quite a bit. Thunder, obviously for good reason. And yes, one of these, the Hawks are the 4th team. One of these teams are not like the other. I get it. We're taking, you know, contenders every single night, no matter who they play. Pacers, Lakers, Thunder, and again, yeah, the Hawks are that 50-50, 500 team in the bunch, but we'll get to Atlanta. Actually, we'll hold off on that little ramble. Anyways, the Spurs beat the Hawks. The Hawks cover, Spurs win the game. Victor Wembanyama, great as always. De'Aaron Fox, I don't think he's going to continue to put up, obviously, the same scoring production in San Antonio just because he's going to have to share the rock all the time, obviously, now with Wemby, who's obviously a superstar, who is obviously an all-star this season. But De'Aaron Fox, 24 points in their last game for San Antonio, 24 and 13. I think, again, the points per game number is going to have to go down because of, again, sharing the ball with Wembanyama. And hell, again, some solid players in that offense as well. Stephon Castle, a guy that De'Aaron Fox said he was very, that was going to be a very great player in this league. And obviously, I guess De'Aaron was saying that Stephon Castle was one of the reasons why he wanted to come to San Antonio. I mean, the reason's Victor Wembanyama, but, you know, Castle can eventually play the 2, I guess. Anyways, De'Aaron's going to be a big help for Wemby. I don't know how far the Spurs go this season. They're planning, I think, on just starting CP3 and De'Aaron, which I don't know how that really works. I mean, I know how it works, but I don't know. I guess CP3 doesn't want to go back to the bench, which I get. He's been in the starting lineup all year long. CP3 is just going to be setting up both De'Aaron and Wemby, and obviously, De'Aaron's still going to get his amount of assists in per night. It just feels kind of odd, but well, we'll just see. We'll see how it works for the Spurs. The Hornets have just been abysmal. No LaMelo Ball means no winning for Charlotte. Let's just be honest. That's what's going on. I don't know if Dalton Connect's going to play. Obviously, Dalton Connect was just traded to Charlotte, and this is the problem for Charlotte, by the way. Who the hell is going to guard Victor Wembanyama tonight? I'm serious. Guys, so the Hornets starting center, we'll get to Dalton Connect in a few moments. Their starting center tonight is a 6'9", third-year man out of Michigan by the name of Moussa Diabate. Moussa averages 4 points a night. He's been playing big minutes, but, like, he's going to have to guard Wemby, and who's going to come off the bench now for Charlotte tonight? He's going to be a reserve when Nurkic, is back. I don't think Nurkic is playing tonight. He just got traded, obviously, from Phoenix to Charlotte. But for tonight, Taj Gibson's going to be in the rotation. Yep, that Taj Gibson, who's almost 40. It's unbelievable to me that Taj Gibson's still in the league. Good for bro, because, hey, get your bread, man. He's been in the league since 2009. Not many guys who have been in the league since the 2000s, I'll be honest with you. So shout out to Taj Gibson, still getting his bread here in Charlotte. I feel like he's just been on bad teams every single year. Well, he has. Washington, New York, Detroit, Charlotte. I'm joking about the Knicks, by the way. But This guy's going to have to guard Wemby at some point tonight. Now, the Hornets get Dalton Knecht. I don't know if Knecht's going to play, but this is a perfect move. It's a match made in heaven. Why? Dalton Knecht is going to absolutely shine for the rest of the season, and he's going to be able to put up as many shots as he wants to now. It's perfect. Right now, guys, if Dalton Knecht plays tonight, which I don't think he's going to, but if he does, Dalton Knecht's the number one option. Maybe two, because Miles Bridges. But I don't know what the Rookie of the Year odds are. Dalton Knecht can really win the Rookie of the Year now, because he's going to put up big numbers for Charlotte. Now, again, we think it's right now going to be Khalil Ware, I think, winning Rookie of the Year, but I can see Dalton Knecht now making a play for it. So it goes Khalil Ware, Jalen Wells, who I can see, obviously, Stephon Castle, Zachary Rissachet, Zach Edey, Alex Sarr, Dalton Knecht in 7th, Matas Buzelis in 8th. Not a bad play. I don't think he's going to win it outright, but Buzelis has been a big factor for Chicago recently. But I don't mind Dalton Knecht in the spot, regardless, through all of that. Again, once I get to see Dalton Knecht in Charlotte, we'll talk more on that. For now, yeah, just give me San Antonio to win the game at home. On the road, and cover as well here against the Charlotte Hornets. We move on to our next one, and we go to Washington, D.C. for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Washington Wizards. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Wizards plus 17.5. We're going to take it, okay? The Wizards have won 3 in a row. Now, I've been saying it ever since they won their first game of this little winning streak against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I said, all right, they're playing Charlotte on the road. They're not going to win back-to-back. They win. They go to Brooklyn. I was like, all right, they're not winning 3 straight games. Great, 3 straight games. They win that one. Now they go to Cleveland. Cleveland's going to Washington, right? I feel pretty good that the Cavs aren't going to lose to the Wizards. But who knows at this point? Right, they trade Kyle Kuzma. There's a new dynamic duo in town in Washington, Marcus Smart and Chris Middleton. Yeah, I saw that NBA on ESPN tweet. I don't know if Middleton's playing. I don't know if Marcus Smart's playing. Obviously, Smart's been dealing with injuries all season long. Middleton, him too, honestly. We'll see if these guys play. The Wizards made a lot of moves. Kuzma's gone, but hey, Jordan Poole's here still. And the Wizards just kind of play with the power of friendship right now, which is great. They're kind of doing the Thunder thing in the post-game interview. They're throwing the towels on guys and the reporter, I believe, which is fun. They're on a 3-game winning streak, the biggest of the season. I don't think they beat the Cavs, obviously, because the Cavaliers are great, but I'll take the Wizards to cover. I will. There's a chance, guys, that some of these Cavs guys don't play. DeAndre Hunter obviously just traded from the Hawks to the Cavs, and it really makes you wonder what the hell the Atlanta Hawks want to do now. I think it all starts in the offseason by getting rid of Trae Young. It's not Trae Young's fault, but the Hawks don't look like they're going to be in a position to seriously win anytime soon. I get it, they're hurt, but they didn't get Brandon Ingram. You trade DeAndre Hunter. You're telling Trae Young, hey, we're not going to win anytime soon. So appreciate everything you've done for the franchise. Goodbye. I don't know where he goes. San Antonio in the offseason felt like a great fit. Obviously him and Wemby, but obviously that's not going to happen anymore. Orlando. They play great defense, and Trae Young can lead their team in scoring. And he can play with Banchero and Franz Wagner. There. That's a perfect match. Other spots you could look at in the West. Minnesota, potentially. I wouldn't mind that, but he's got to play with Ant then. Houston. I wouldn't mind it. Again, Van Vliet would have to go to the bench. Obviously, they trade Van Vliet. Wouldn't mind that. Houston is kind of getting exposed right now, though. I'm not going to lie. They're going to fall. As soon as I start praising the Rockets, now they're going to fall at the top 6. I'm serious. They probably will now. Anyways, give me the Wizards here. I don't know who's going to play for the Cavs. They might have some guys sit out because we're playing the Wizards, we're going to win regardless. That's fine. They're going to. Hell, the Cavs are minus 2,000 favorites on the road. But 17.5, give me the Wizards playing with some momentum right now. All right? Give me Washington. We'll take the Wizards at home to cover 17.5 points. Next up, we go to Atlanta. I know, again, you guys might laugh. Give me the Hawks, okay? Hawks plus 6.5. I'm not even saying they're winning, though. Honestly, I'll take the Bucks to win. Atlanta, I get it. They've been very bad recently. They win 1 in Detroit. They play a very competitive game against the Spurs. Again, guys, Trae Young is him. I don't know how the guy is not an all-star. It's ridiculous. I'm not hoping for any injuries, but I just want to see Trae Young in the all-star game. Even though the all-star game doesn't matter with these 3 teams. I mean, hell, what was Kenny the Jet thinking? What, Darius Garland, 2nd-round pick, Ant, 1st-round pick. It's just like, what are we doing here? Chuck assembled, the Moon Stars, and then, Shaq's got the 2017 All-Star team, which are all still All-Stars now, but it's just like, all right, It's not, again, we're breaking down these teams like it's going to matter. I kid you not, Kenny the Jets team might win the entire thing. Because he's going to have a bunch of guys who are going to actually care about the All-Star game. Like, one team's got Nikola Jokic. Like, you think Jokic gives a damn about the All-Star game? He's just going because he has to, and he's going to get paid, right? He wants to ride a horse during the All-Star break. I guarantee you Jokic wishes he wasn't an All-Star. Hell, Jokic might fake an injury so he doesn't have to play that thing. I'm serious. So he doesn't have to go to San Francisco. Get a 5-day vacation back to Serbia. Anyways, I will take the Hawks to cover here. I'll take Milwaukee to win. The Bucks, I think there might be an adjustment period with Kyle Kuzma. Hear me out. I don't think they're better with Kyle Kuzma. I personally think it's a horrible move. I'll be honest with you. I don't think Kuzma helps them at all. And I like Kuz. I have a Kyle Kuzma Wizards jersey that I can't wear anymore. I still will. But like, he's off the team now, which sucks. Guys, I used to rock a Kyle Kuzma Wizards jersey in my senior year of high school. The pink one. It was great stuff. And everyone looked at me like, what the hell are you wearing? Not just because it said Kuzma on the back, because I was wearing a pink Washington Wizards jersey. I liked it, though. A lot of people weren't fans. I don't know. Anyways, who knows who's playing this game for the Bucks? Like, Dame will probably play. Giannis questionable with an injury. We'll see. Kuzma, will he be playing? Don't know. Too many variables. I'll take Atlanta to cover. We get Atlanta at home with points. Guys, Trae Young, again, elite player in the league. Around Trae Young, it's not great. As long as Trae plays, Trae is probable. He'll give it a go. They get Terrence Mann, which I don't know how much that helps them. They get Bones Highland. They get Karis LeVert and Georges Niang. Like, not bad pickups. Obviously, again, the Cavs much rather have DeAndre Hunter. Hell, I'd much rather have DeAndre Hunter. But I think Trae's going to do enough to keep them in the game. The game's in Atlanta, plus 6.5. I'll take the home dogs. I would stay away from either money line, obviously, but give me Atlanta at home, plus 6.5 here against the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that hasn't been entirely hot recently either. Next up, we go to Brooklyn, New York, to the Barclays Center. Same odds, same lines for this game between Miami and Brooklyn. We're just going to fully back the Miami Heat here. I think, again, it is a weight off the shoulders for Miami now. Hell, you saw the video of that fan telling Kevin Love, Tyler Hero, and Jaquez the trade. Jaquez, excuse me. Those guys look pretty ecstatic that they finally got a return for Jimmy Butler, and now that this whole Jimmy Butler saga is behind them. Now they can just play ball. And I think for the circumstances, I think the Heat did great in the trade. You weren't going to get a guy like Kevin Durant because he had no leverage because Jimmy Butler forced his way out. That's fine. They made the best of it. I don't know how you guys feel about Kyle Anderson. Like, that's not going to be a huge pickup. That's not going to be a league winner, obviously. And who cares about their other pickups they got out of that? They got someone else, didn't they? I could have sworn they got someone else. I know, again, I'm waiting to talk about Wiggins. Did they not get another player? Oh, they got Davion Mitchell, didn't they? They got Davion Mitchell, I think. Yeah. Regardless, Andrew Wiggins, out of a guy in Jimmy Butler who wasn't going to play for you, he was just going to leave anyway, you get a former All-Star Andrew Wiggins. There are 3 All-Stars now in the starting lineup for the Miami Heat. Am I telling you the Heat are going to make a championship run this year? No, they're not. But they get 3 All-Stars now in the starting lineup, and you pair those guys with Duncan Robinson, who's always been solid, and then Khalil Ware, who's probably going to win the Rookie of the Year out of Indiana this year. So I don't think Miami did all that badly. Again, are they going to make a run? Probably not. But now all of that's lifted off their shoulder. It's just time to play basketball now. And you add in an all-star level guy. I know he hasn't been an all-star in a couple seasons, but at his peak, Andrew Wiggins was an all-star game starter who's got championship experience, who's won a title with the Warriors. And he was a huge player and huge factor on that team. I'm okay with the Heat right now. Again, are they going to make a run? Probably not, but they're going to be in the playoffs. That's just how Miami Heat basketball is. I'd expect them to blow the Nets out tonight. Again, it's their first game with this weight lifted off the shoulders. These guys are going to be playing free. They just beat Philadelphia on the road by 7. I think they beat Brooklyn by this margin as well, and probably more. Brooklyn coming off a bad loss at home to the Washington Wizards. I felt good about the Nets going into that game. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Hornets, and they beat the Rockets in back-to-back games. You're thinking, okay, hold on. 4-game winning streak, give me Brooklyn. No, they lose to the Wizards. And I don't know what the Nets are doing. They didn't trade anybody. All of their guys who they would have gotten great returns for, they didn't trade. Cam Thomas, who's been on the trade block since November, they did not trade. Cameron Johnson, same thing, he's been on the trade block forever. They did not trade him either. Nick Claxton's been all over the trade block. No trade. What are we doing? Maybe they're going to wait to the offseason, and maybe Brooklyn does look at the standings and say, hey, we are actually only 4 games out the play-in. But obviously they're not buying, so what are we doing if we're Brooklyn right now? Chicago's in the 10 seed and they're selling. I don't understand. Brooklyn's only move is that they're going to buy out Ben Simmons and they're going to lose him basically for nothing. They just get the cap off their shoulders. That's fine. D'Lo's been great actually for Brooklyn since obviously being traded, from the Los Angeles Lakers. But I just don't understand what Brooklyn's doing. I think they get blown out tonight. I think Miami comes into town and really beats them up. I don't know if Wiggins is playing, maybe. But even if he isn't, I still like the Heat in the spot. Again, Hero, Adebayo, Wiggins. Guys, they have 3 All-Stars in the starting lineup alongside the Rookie of the Year, most likely. It's time for the Heat to start winning games, honestly. I like this post-Jimmy Butler era right now already in South Beach. Give me the Heat to win and cover. Next up, we go to, I guess, the game of the day in Detroit, Michigan. We got the Detroit Pistons taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going to take Philly. The Sixers are back. Honestly, I think they are. They aren't back in second half of back-to-backs, though, and that was evident in their last game against the Miami Heat. Again, yes, Tyrese Maxey is going to do everything in his power to try to keep that team afloat, but when Joel Embiid plays, and again, that is a big, if and when, he is a major contributor, obviously, to this team. He is. I mean, former MVP for a reason. But when the Sixers get healthy, and obviously they're healthy now, they're a problem. Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, Gershon Yabusele, and Joel Embiid. Imagine this team next season, where I assume all these guys are going to still be around for the most part. And then imagine Jared McCain at the 2. I don't know if this is championship caliber, but this is a team that's going to make a run in the Eastern Conference. Again, they had such a bad start this season. They're still 10 games under, but even with them at 10 games under, Philadelphia is only 1 game out the playoffs. And I think we all expect them to finish with a better record than the Chicago Bulls, especially Bulls post-Levine trade, Again, Philly's 10 under, but here they are. They just got to play half-decent basketball the second half of the season, and they will get a chance in the play-in. They're taking on the Pistons, again, a team that they could see in the play-in as well. Detroit's been cold. They've lost 5 out of their last 7 games, the 2 wins being Chicago and Dallas at home. They get Philly at home here. Again, Detroit's good. Cade is questionable, I believe, for this game. Yes, Cade's questionable. They got Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder got traded 4 times, but he has ended up in Detroit now. That's great. They also get Lindy Waters, former Oklahoma State Cowboy, and Lindy Waters. Looks like Jaden Ivey's getting closer to returning. Tobias Harris will play. Malik Beasley will play. I don't know. Detroit has cooled off massively since the end of December and early in January. They're still good, don't get me wrong, but again, they have really cooled off. And honestly, it's kind of been those losses to the Pacers and their little Malice in the Palace rivalry that they have tried to ignite Isaiah Stewart. And obviously, they lost both of those rivalry games against the Pacers. Would I like to see that in the first round of the playoffs? Yes. I don't think Detroit's going to be able to hold up their end of the bargain and get there. I'll be honest with you. I think the Pacers are probably going to be like the 3 seed. I don't think Detroit's going to find their way to 6. But maybe they do. Give me the Sixers, though, to win this basketball game. They're going to win and cover. Paul George is back. Joel Embiid's back. And Tyrese Maxey's a hooper. So with that being said, give me Philadelphia. Next up, we get to watch the best player in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Whatever is over is here. Take it. Shai's dropping 40. At least. Shai's dropping at least 40 here. Guys, this guy has scored 50 points 3 times in the last 15 days. I don't want to hear this nonsense that this guy is not the best player in the National Basketball Association. It's not close. Now, if you're the Thunder, you are very scared at the threat of the Los Angeles Lakers now. Sure, Denver is still around. Dallas has got Kyrie and AD, which I do like, but they're not championship caliber. If you're OKC, this was a conference that at one point, I always said their toughest challenger, I think, was going to be the Los Angeles Lakers, potentially the Nuggets, but I did always think it was going to be the Lakers. Now you're scared of Los Angeles. Let's just be honest. The Lakers are red hot. They just got a center. If he can stay healthy, is going to be a top 10 center in the league. Mark Williams, with the Lakers, he's going to be a top 10 center in the league. Look how well Derek Lively played in the postseason last year with Luka. Luka Doncic is now in the Lakers, and LeBron James as well, obviously. If you're OKC, you don't want to see Los Angeles in the playoffs. You just don't. That's the one team, okay, you're scared of. Luka eliminated them last year. He might do it again this year. I don't know. But I can tell you this. Lakers Thunder Western Conference Finals. My goodness, am I excited. That's the most excited I'd be for an NBA postseason series. I kid you not. Probably since the last, probably since Cavs Warriors 2016. I'm not joking. Maybe 2017, because even that year is like, all right, like, you know, the Warriors are going to win, but at least maybe LeBron can try to pull something out. Like, I haven't been that excited for an NBA postseason. Like, I wouldn't, like, that's how excited I'd be for Lakers Thunder. I'm serious. Anyways, OKC's going to blow out the Raptors. Shea's going to continue to obviously make that MVP push and make it clearer, obviously, that he's the best player in the league. The guy averages 33 points a night. He's that good. His whole life is consistent. He can get to the rim against anybody. You know, he's a consistent guy. What can I say? Again, 3 50-point performances in the last 15 days. It don't get much better than that. I'm serious. It just don't. And, oh, who's back now? Chet. Yeah. Chet Holmgren's back. And they're probably going to play Chet and Hartenstein at the same time. Which, personally, I don't like. Because they don't have another big. Because they already got rid of Daniel Theis. They brought him in just to get a pick, and they got rid of him. Obviously, classic Sam Presti basketball. I'd personally... Yeah, I wouldn't start Hartenstein and Chet at the same time. I'd let Chet play the 5 and let Hartenstein come off the bench. I get Hartenstein's been great. But Jalen Williams is your second unit, you know, big. I don't know. I'd probably just go instead. I'd go Shea. Isaiah Joe's been really good. I can go Isaiah Joe at the 2. I don't mind that. Lou Dort, obviously. Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. That's what I do personally. But who knows? We'll see what the Thunder do. I mean, these are the games that they're going to be able to figure things out with, obviously. Or no, I go Aaron Wiggins, honestly. I go Aaron Wiggins over Isaiah Joe. But you do want that scoring off the bench. Like, again, like, whoever that 5th starter is for OKC, whether it be Isaiah Joe, whether it be Aaron Wiggins, like, you're not asking these guys to score that many points. But Isaiah Joe gives you 10 a night. I'd start Isaiah Joe at the 2, personally, over Wiggins. Because I'd like that Wiggins scoring off the bench if I'm OKC, if I'm being honest. Yes, he scored 41 the other night. I wouldn't mind either way. But anyways, the Thunder are going to get games to figure this out, and this is one of these games. Obviously, Toronto coming off back-to-back losses at home to the Knicks and the Grizzlies. Toronto has cooled off tremendously, obviously. They do trade for Brandon Ingram, which is big. I don't think B.I.'s playing. He was still injured at the tail end of his stint with New Orleans. I doubt he's playing tonight. Jakob Poeltl's out, who's the big, obviously, for the Raptors. So now, oh God, who's going to start at center for this team? Orlando Robinson, I think? Yes. The second-year man out of Fresno State who averages 3 points a night, who averages 8 minutes a night. Orlando Robinson. Oh, yeah, have fun with Hartenstein and Chet. Great. Scotty Barnes, IQ's playing, obviously, but no RJ Barrett, no Brandon Ingram, no Jakob Poeltl. Looks like Grady Dick's going to have to go to the bench, which it is what it is. I think eventually maybe Grady Dick goes to the 1 for IQ. Grady Dick's 6'6". They could just play Scotty at the 1 again, though, honestly. They could do that. We'll see again. Like, again, we get these games to, you know, adjust the rotation, and we'll see how these teams play things going forward. For this game, though, give me OKC to win and cover. I'd expect Shea to drop at least 40, and I think this one's over in the second quarter. OKC blowout, they win the game by 20 points. But yes, again, guys, lines like this, stay away. Personally, the bet I'd take, if you want to bet on this basketball game, just take Shea's over. He should probably hit it. This is the game. This is the type of game that Shea knows they're going to win. He wants the MVP. He's going to try to get a bunch of points. Hell, he said it during the last game against the Suns. Oh, I scored 50. I'll be honest, I should have had at least 70 with the amount of shots I missed early in the game. Shea wants that 70 points. I'm telling you, he's going to get it eventually this season. I think there will be a game where Shea scores 70. I don't know if it's this one, but I do think the Thunder win this game, and they win it by more than 20 points. Again, people will try to say, oh, Shea only scores 40. Oh, he just hit his first 50-point game. No, Shea's going to prove them wrong eventually. He's going to score 70 in one game. Just wait. Just wait. I like Luka. I do. He's on my favorite team now. But Shea's going to put up that 70-point performance eventually like Luka did. Just saying. Let's move on to our final game of the night. We go to Phoenix. The Jazz and the Suns. Like, all right. I'll take Utah. Take Utah plus 8.5. The Suns decide, you know what, we're not going to trade Kevin Durant. We're going to try to win this thing this year, I guess, on a 3-game losing streak. Lost 4 out of their last 5. They didn't really do anything. They get Cody Martin, which he'll help off the bench, but I don't know. I think Utah's actually a pretty good dog in this game. I honestly believe that. Utah's another team where, like, all right, we thought Utah and Brooklyn were going to sell. Utah with their 12 wins said, you know what? We're going to keep everyone. No Jordan Clarkson trade, no Walker Kessler trade, no Colin Sexton trade. No. We're going to keep all these guys. What are we doing? I mean, I get it. You want to keep your core, but, like, what? I don't know. I think Utah covers here. Phoenix has not been playing good basketball, and there's a chance Katie doesn't play. Ryan Dunn, probable, but there's a chance Katie and Beal don't play. D-Book's really good. Obviously just broke, again, the franchise record for most points scored for the Phoenix Suns, but Booker can't do everything. I don't know. I'm going to take Utah here to cover. They just came off that victory at home against the Warriors. They played the Pacers very competitively in Salt Lake City, and they beat the Magic the game before that. Utah has surprisingly been playing fairly well. I think they covered this spot against the Suns. Again, plus, 7.5 points? Plus 8.5? Not bad. I'll take that. Plus 8.5 Utah. I think they cover, especially with the injuries surrounding Phoenix. Obviously, Katie didn't play their last game against the Thunder. We'll see if he plays tonight, but Phoenix doesn't play defense. Utah should be able to score. They just put up 131 on Golden State with that big come from behind victory in the fourth. I don't mind the Jazz at all in this spot. Give me Utah plus 8.5. Who wins the game? Don't care. Probably Phoenix. So, folks, that'll do it for our NBA predictions here for February 7th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. And make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching. And Mamba